Hi, my name is Charles Panner. I'm here at JTech. I'm going to go over the removal of injectors on this Mack A1 AI400 engine. We're going over the general fuel system and taking things apart. So come on in. So first of all, when you take this off, you'll have the turbo sitting here. So we need to remove the oil line from the turbo, and then take off the valve cover, the 6 valve cover bolts on both sides of this system on the 6 cylinders. We're going to do one side. So you want to undo all 6 valve cover bolts, and take the valve cover off. And inside, you have your rocker arms for your valves, and then your caps for your injector nozzles. Okay, so in this fuel system, it's got a low pressure pump where the fuel comes from the tank through the low pressure pump to supply fuel to this fuel rail. Okay, now these are high pressure pumps to take that low pressure system and push them through the fuel lines, through a fuel nozzle, into the injector nozzle, into the combustion chamber. So now we're going to remove one of the fuel lines so you can see what's going on here. This is the high pressure pump to this nozzle. So gently take this out. If you come in here, you look, it's just a continuation of the fuel line to the nozzle, if you can see here. And this fits into the injector nozzle, which we'll take out here in a second. Alright. So now we need a hex bolt, or a hex wrench. Come up over here. Get down here and you pop your hex bolt off. We've already loosened them for demonstration here, if I can go the right direction. Alright, we take these off. Now this is the injector nozzle cap. Take those off. And now, there's a special tool to take out these injectors, but it's like 120 bucks when all you need is a fine tooth bolt and the valve cover bolts fit perfectly. Screw them into the top and just pull up. And if it's stuck, get a bar or something like that to pull them up on the screw and pull up your. Now, if you look, so it's just a fine screw. Now this is the injector nozzle. So the fuel comes from the fuel rail, from the high pressure pump to the fuel line into the injector nozzle, and the pressure from this being seated pushes this into, so it's watertight or fuel tight. All right. Now if you look at this nozzle, it's got a little nipple here, a little divot that comes out. That's so you cannot put this in incorrectly into the injector sleeve here. So, all right, that's that. Now when we put this back together, this comes apart in pieces, so it can be replaced. So if there's an issue in the injector nozzle, you can take it out and replace the springs or the tip itself. So put this back in again with this little nub here. Let's look down into the cylinder so you can see what I'm talking about. The little nip. If you look in there, you'll see it's got a little. You see it right there? That's where the injector nozzle will actually click in to the actual sleeve. All right. So let's put this back together. When you're pushing this in, it will click a little bit, like that. That's how you know it's seated. Take out your bolt. The little tool for this thing costs like 120 bucks, so don't buy it. Put our cap back on. You want to torque this down to 75 foot-pounds on this Mack. Alright, once this is on, you come back over here and you put in your fuel line. Take your fuel line and nozzle. Insert the nozzle. Be careful not to bend anything. Just seat them on here and then put the clamps back on. Alright. Now these need to be torqued down to 40 foot-pounds, both of them do. And if you don't know, you take your torque wrench and you put a crow's foot on it. This allows you to slip this over and torque it down to 40 foot-pounds. Show you how it's on there. So that's a crow's foot. It just hooks onto the end of the torque wrench. Alright, so that's generally how the injector system works on this Mack AI 400 engine and how the fuel system works. I hope you learned something out of this.